If you have been waiting for a chance to finally fix your status, get your work permit, move your family to the United States, or start your path to a green card, then please listen carefully. Because beginning in January 2026, the U.S. immigration system is preparing to open some of the biggest new opportunities that we've seen in years. And if you understand these changes early, you could be among the first to benefit, while thousands of others are still confused or waiting for answers. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Legal Focus USA. I'm here to guide you step by step through the newest immigration developments so you always stay informed, protected, and confident in your next move. Today's update is not scary. It's not about deportation, enforcement, or new restrictions. Today's update is about opportunity, real opportunity, and how January 2026 could become a turning point for many families. But the key is understanding the changes clearly, early, and calmly. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's walk through this together. I want this information to feel simple, clear, and hopeful, not overwhelming. The first major development coming in January 2026 is an expansion of faster processing categories. USCIS confirmed that it plans to open more pathways for premium processing, including certain family-based petitions, work permit applications for specific categories, and some employment-based green card steps that were never eligible before. What this means is that cases that normally took 6 months to a year may be processed in a matter of weeks. Now, this does not apply to every visa type, and it does not mean everyone can pay for fast approval, but it does mean that more families, more workers, and more students will soon have access to faster results. For example, imagine a mother in Texas waiting for her work permit renewal so she can return to her job at a clinic. Under the old system, she might wait 6, 7, sometimes 8 months for approval. Under the updated January 2026 system, she may be able to apply for accelerated processing and get an answer in just a few weeks. That means less time worrying about losing her job, less time waiting to support her family, and less fear every time she checks her mailbox. Or consider a skilled worker who has a job offer in the U.S. but has been stuck in processing delays for months. With new premium options, employers may be able to bring needed workers into the country faster, allowing many immigrants to start their careers, support their families, and begin building a life much sooner. These changes aren't just administrative. They affect people's lives in real and meaningful ways. Another major opportunity set to begin in January 2026 is the expansion of online filing and digital case management. USCIS is preparing a more complete digital portal that will allow applicants to track cases more accurately, upload documents, respond to requests for evidence online, and avoid mailing delays. This may sound small, but it's actually a huge shift. Many case delays happen because a mailed notice arrives late, or gets lost, or reaches the wrong address. I've met people who nearly lost their immigration status simply because a document arrived after USCIS's deadline. A digital system makes this risk much smaller. Imagine receiving an electronic alert instantly on your phone instead of waiting for a paper letter that may take 10 days to arrive. It makes the entire immigration process faster, clearer, and safer. Next, let's talk about new opportunities for certain humanitarian applicants. USCIS has been preparing additional protections, faster review times, and more streamlined work permit options for people applying under humanitarian categories, including certain parole programs, asylum seekers, and family unity protections. This doesn't mean everyone will qualify, and it doesn't mean approvals will become automatic. But it does mean that long waiting periods, confusing evidence requests, and painfully slow work authorization timelines may improve for many families starting in early 2026. Think about a father who applied for a humanitarian parole program and has been waiting a year for a work permit just to legally support his family. Under the new improvements, many of these long delays may finally shorten. The faster someone can work legally, the faster they can stabilize their life, pay rent without fear, and provide a safe home for their children. Let's move to something that will help millions of immigrants: the upcoming improvements to the family-based immigration system. USCIS plans to begin phasing in faster approvals for certain categories where evidence is straightforward and where there is little risk of fraud. This includes some marriage-based petitions, certain parent or child petitions, and simplified cases that need less investigation. Many couples have waited over a year for approval on what should be a simple marriage petition. Many parents have waited for months to bring minor children into the country, living in uncertainty and separation. The new January 2026 procedures aim to reduce these waits. Imagine a U.S. citizen who married abroad and desperately wants to bring their spouse home. Instead of waiting a year or more for the first stage approval, they could see progress in less than half that time under the new system. That means families reuniting sooner, children seeing missing parents sooner, and couples building a future together without endless waiting. Another important improvement coming next year is expanded eligibility for certain work permits based on pending green card applications. USCIS expects to open updated rules, allowing more people who are in the middle of lawful immigration processes to qualify for work authorization. This means that if someone has a pending adjustment of status case, meaning they're applying from within the U.S. or certain other categories of petitions, they may be able to apply for work permits earlier than before. I know many people who have been stuck at home, unable to work for months simply because their immigration category required waiting. Under the new 2026 policies, more applicants will be able to contribute to the economy, support their families, and get out of the stressful situation of waiting months without income. Let's talk about something especially important: expanded opportunities for students and skilled talent. In 2026, USCIS is preparing to update eligibility criteria for certain employment-based green cards, making it easier for highly skilled people, researchers, engineers, medical workers, entrepreneurs, and people with advanced degrees to qualify under expanded definitions of national interest. This means that people who previously didn't meet the highest criteria may now have a pathway. It also means that students graduating from U.S. universities could have more stable options to remain and work legally. Think about a student working hard on a master's or PhD in the United States. For years, they feared they might be forced to return to their home country, even though they had the skills needed in the U.S. job market. With these updated criteria, many of these students will finally have a chance to stay and build their lives here. Now, let's talk about something everyone is hoping for: shorter processing times. USCIS has stated very publicly that reducing backlogs is one of its major goals for 2025 and 2026. This means that many categories that have been painfully slow may finally speed up next year. Processing time improvements apply to green cards, work permits, travel documents, visa renewals, humanitarian applications, and family petitions. Let me give you a real example. I once spoke with a woman from Florida who waited nearly 11 months for her green card interview to be scheduled. She had been married for 2 years, had a stable job offer, had clean records, and had every document in perfect order. There was no reason for her case to take so long, except that the system was overwhelmed. Now, with expanded staffing, digital processing, and the new January 2026 improvements, people like her may finally see a faster, smoother path. So what should you do now, before January 2026 arrives? First, make sure your documents are organized. Gather your passports, birth certificates, marriage or divorce records, work history, tax returns, and anything connected to your immigration status. When new opportunities open, you want to be ready immediately. Second, keep your address updated with USCIS. The new faster digital notices won't help if they still have your old address. Third, bookmark the USCIS case status page and your online account. You will be using them more often as the digital transition expands. Fourth, start preparing mentally for faster responses. If your case has been quiet for months, it may suddenly move quickly under the 2026 rules, and you don't want to miss an appointment or deadline. Fifth, if you believe you may qualify for an employment-based opportunity, start speaking with your employer or a qualified immigration attorney now. Early preparation is the key to taking advantage of faster categories before they fill up. And finally, stay informed. USCIS updates can be confusing, and it's easy to get lost in rumors. That's why this channel exists, to give you clear, professional information in simple language. Before I close, I want to say something directly to every immigrant watching. I know how stressful this process can be. I know the waiting, the uncertainty, the fear of making mistakes. But January 2026 is bringing something we haven't seen in a long time. Hope, real opportunity, a chance to build stability, reunite your family, advance your career, and finally move forward with your immigration journey. You deserve clarity. You deserve fairness. You deserve a system that works. And these new updates are a step in the right direction. If this video helped you understand what's coming next year, please subscribe to Legal Focus USA. It truly supports the channel. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment below with your country, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next important update. Thank you for watching. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.